Welcome to the Monday edition of Litter Media Live on this January 13th of 2025. I'm Dan Ramey with Mr. Hand 2, which you can see, those of you that are watching on Facebook Live and also on YouTube. There he is, Aaron Glandon. Mike is on assignment today.
Yes.
But we do want to tell you that we're also live on Litter Media Radio. And if you don't know where to find Litter Media Radio, just go to littermedia.com, and there's a player right there for you. You can also take a look up in the upper right-hand corner, and that's where you'll find all of our social media contact information and more. Enjoyable weekend for you?
Great weekend.
Yeah, it wrapped up pretty good.
It did. It wrapped up very well.
A field goal that bounced off the upright and went through.
I was so nervous.
Were you really?
I was watching the game, and my buddy was watching it too. And he lives in Michigan, so he's a Lions fan.
Gotcha.
And he texted me when they were kicking, and he must have been like a second ahead of me because he texted me "wow," the word "wow" while he was lining up the kick, and my heart sank because I thought he missed it, and then I saw it doink in.
Yeah,
and that was awesome.
That was not the only one that hit the uprights over the weekend. Man, there was another one that the camera microphone that's on the goalpost, when it hits the goalpost upright and you hear that dong, it's incredible. Have you ever been in a game and heard it hit before?
No.
Live and in person? It rings like that. It's incredible. But it's as if everything goes still for like a split second, and the loudest thing in the stadium for that split second is dong.
Yeah. They had to redo a kickoff because the kickoff hit one of the Skycam wires.
I've often wondered, when is that going to happen? You know, on those long
happened last night.
or punts, that sort of thing. And when they swing it into motion before any play begins, it looks like it's 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And so you just wonder, when is a cable going to break and somebody get hurt? You know, I hope that never happens. But yeah, pretty incredible stuff. I was at Indianapolis Motor Speedway when they first started using those cable-drawn cameras, and this is the one that would go along pit road. And so this was on Friday as the weekend began, the Brickyard 400 weekend, and I'm along pit road, and suddenly I hear this zzz, and I take a look up, and here's this camera going on this long cable down, and it zips right back again.
Wow.
So you see that stuff on TV, and you don't think too much about it until you're there at the game site or whatever activity it is that's going on. All right. We best be prepared for cold weather. It's going to be cold tonight. Single digits is what we're expecting. Low temperatures around 8 degrees in our early forecast. Tomorrow will be closer to 0. And then Wednesday, as you see here, 7 o'clock Wednesday, they're forecasting 1 degree below 0. And I've got a project I want to try and do again. I did this 5 years ago. Took the cameras out along with some hot water, and then kind of threw that hot water up in the air.
Yes, to see the steam.
And it crystallizes. It was amazing. I flipped it over my head, and these ice pellets just came down on top of my head. We've got that video available on our YouTube channel. Maybe we can track that down and share that with you at some point in time. But be prepared for it to be cold outdoors. Bundle up as you head out. Today, not too bad. There is a light wind that's happening, and so that's creating a little bit of a wind chill for you, but it will definitely be below 0 wind chills tonight and tomorrow night. So that's a look at the quick forecast for you. Coming up in a moment, we'll get you caught up to date with what's making news for us. We've got Chillicothe Police Chief, former chief, now a judge. How often do you see that happen? Not very often. Details coming up in just a moment. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you've got an issue with the heat right now in your home, you need that taken care of. The same with water. Water can be good, but it can also be your worst enemy if you're a homeowner. Details available at AccurateHVAC.com. If you want to find that website, click this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com. It'll take you right there for accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing.
Wherever you are, You're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old. Haynes Total Healthcare Center is available for your chiropractic, nutritional, and also physical therapy needs. If you want to find out what they do, click on this ad on littermedia.com. It's linked right to hayneshealth.com, where you can learn more about their doctors, their services, and all that they do at Haynes Total Healthcare Center. Again, follow along on our website, littermedia.com, if you'd like. And we'll also be available on our Facebook, Litter Media X, Spotify, Instagram, and Litter Media Radio.
Yes.
That's all up there in the right-hand corner of our website, littermedia.com. We start with a familiar name. Used to be Chief Washburn here in Chillicothe as the Chillicothe Police Chief, but back in 2018, I believe it was, he stepped away, retired as chief, moved over to Jackson County, and became a help with the Jackson County Prosecutor's Office. And now, still as an attorney, he finds himself on the bench, appointed by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine to fill the vacant seat from Toni Eddy. Toni was judge for a number of years as well here in Chillicothe. She recently retired back in November. So he's going to serve in this position for the remainder of the unfinished term and will need to run for election this coming November to retain the seat.
We have a follow-up to our story last week about the state of Ohio's newly acquired 180-acre tract in Ross County as a state nature preserve. Our Facebook link to our website story drew many questions as to a more exact location than Jefferson Township for the preserve. According to David Planton, whose family used to own the property, it is located on Limerick Road and will be protected nature preserve due to Native American heritage sites and endangered plants and bats. It will be available by permit only.
If you see in this post on our Facebook page, actually, this is what David Planton shared on his Facebook page. But yes, if the name Planton sounds familiar to you, that's former Mayor Margie Planton and Stan Planton were the parents of David. And David, Margie is still his mother. She's still alive. Right. But Stan's not been with us for a number of years. But this land protected and preserved and is going to be dedicated and named after Margie and Stan. So we appreciate David for sharing that and giving more details on his Facebook page. Prevent Child Abuse America has announced that the Healthy Families America affiliate, Ross County Healthy Families, a Ross County Health District program, has been accredited as a provider of high-quality home visiting services to pregnant families and families with infants and young children. HFA provides the model that guides how Health Help Me Grow provides services to enrolled families.
The Fairfield County Board of Health has named Toni Ashton the 2024 recipient of the Public Health Guardian Award. The award recognizes an organization, program, or individual that has made a significant contribution to public health in Fairfield County. Toni Ashton serves as the prevention coordinator for the Fairfield County Adam H. Board, where she provides leadership and direction for the Fairfield County Suicide Prevention Coalition and the Fairfield County PART Coalition.
Which is Prevention, Advocacy, Recovery, and Treatment Coalition.
Yes.
The state of Ohio has unveiled the first of 29 planned universal changing stations at Ohio rest areas. Located at the newly redesigned I-71 rest areas in Jeffersonville, the universal changing stations are part of a family restroom and include an adjustable table in a clean, safe, and private area. The tables are available to people regardless of height, weight, or mobility level, and are often used by people who assist individuals with disabilities and medical conditions. And coming up tomorrow, we will visit with Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney. We haven't seen Luke for a few weeks, and I'm sure after that first winter storm, he's going to want to talk about how the city has been clearing the streets as best they possibly can. I did notice on my way into work today, I came through downtown Chillicothe, and they had a big front-end loader scooping up more snow along the parking areas and putting it into dump trucks. So they're making hay as they can right now.
Yes.
Trying to get rid of a lot of this snow because it's melting, and the way that it's melting, it started melting yesterday. And as that continues through a little bit of a warm-up today, you're going to see water just go everywhere, which with the temperatures below freezing for the rest of the week,
that turns into ice.
You bet. So suddenly we'll have a downtown ice rink again.
Yes.
But this one is one that you don't want to have. All right, coming up in a moment to look at sports, Buckeyes, Irish, playing for a national championship. That and more just ahead here on Litter Media Live. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, if you have need for a dumpster, whether that be at your residence or your business, give them a call, 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adena Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adena, we do what we love, so you can too.
Now that's one fast mower. Take command of your lawn with Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today. Well, it's Ohio State and Notre Dame playing in the national championship game. Fans are making plans to head to Atlanta, and if you can't afford to go, you're probably finding a place to watch it if you don't have TV at home. But what a finish to the contest. The Buckeyes' Jack Sawyer foiling a 4th and goal by Texas in the final moments to secure an OSU win in the Cotton Bowl. The Irish nipped Penn State on Thursday night as time expired by kicking a field goal to take the Orange Bowl. So now they're going to do battle next Monday night. Looking forward to this contest in Atlanta.
Also over the weekend was some high school basketball. In boys basketball non-conference, Eastern Brown took Hillsboro 50-44. Leesburg Fairfield beat Wilmington 53-30. McLean beat Lynchburg Clay 38-34. In girls basketball in the FAC, McLean beat Washington 43-34. In the MVL, Sheridan beat John Glenn 53-31. And in non-conference play, Lynchburg Clay beat Clinton Massey 49-36.
Now, keep in mind, a number of our games over the weekend yet were also postponed due to the snow that fell on Friday. Our Intermedia game of the week, that was postponed. So all these things have been pushed out again. But for this Tuesday and Friday, we have games. Unioto will be at Southeastern tomorrow night, and then Southeastern at Zane Trace on Friday night. It's our first opportunity to see Unioto and Zane Trace in action, as well as Southeastern. So we're getting 3 for the price of 2.
Yes.
How about that? That's a pretty good bargain. And we may also have a game on Saturday. We're waiting for permission for broadcast on that Saturday contest. If we get permission today, we'll certainly begin to announce what game that will be as well. Results of the Elks District Hoop Shoot held in Jackson Sunday. Those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, you see the third girl from the right, from the left actually. That's Ainsley Weaver. She was the national champion.
Yeah, and she's smiling.
Yes, she is smiling. And she was also our Intermedia, Wyandotte Mutual, Neil Coleman Insurance Player of the Year for 2024, presented by Homeland Credit Union. But off to her left a little bit is her sister Kaya. Both of them were in studio with us this past Friday. But we want to say congratulations to these kids because they will be moving on to the next round. Maddie Thompson, first in the 8 to 9-year-old group. Ainsley Weaver was first in the 10 to 11-year-old group. Kaya Weaver, first in the 12 to 13-year-old group. All 3 of those girls go to Paint Valley. Marshall Friend is the second person left to right, finding himself second in the 8 to 9 boys. Joshua Strong, who is to the left of Ainsley Weaver there. He is in the 10 to 11-year-old group, finished third there. Also, River Ruckle on the other side of Kaya Weaver at the very end. He was first in the 12 to 13-year-old group. So congratulations to these kids. They will shoot at the state contest in Newark on February 22nd. Of course, if they win there, they will advance on to play over in Indiana at the regional level. And then after the regional, you win that, you're going to the nationals again.
Yes.
And we had that conversation with Ainsley Weaver last week, and we congratulate them. Thank you to Gail Mahaffey for making sure we had this photo of these kids from this action over the weekend. Congratulations.
Rio Grande.
It's Rio Grande.
Yes. Rio Grande Women picked up the program's 1,000th victory when they took Alce Lloyd Saturday 138-87. The 13-3 Red Storm women will head to Indiana East Wednesday.
That Elk Lloyd that's actually Alice. It's a typo. I apologize.
Oh, I was wondering what kind of name is Alice.
Yeah, I left an I out, but Alice Lloyd is the university that they played.
Okay.
But look at that score, 138.
Yeah, that's crazy.
to 87. And they've hit over 100 points several times this year already, and they're now 13-3. So congratulations. The number 9 Ohio State University women improved to 16-0 with a 69-60 win over Oregon yesterday. They'll travel to Wisconsin Thursday night, and that game will be streamed on Peacock at 9 p.m. The OSU men travel to Wisconsin tomorrow night. The Indiana Pacers defeated Cleveland 108-93 yesterday. The two will play again tomorrow night in Indianapolis. It's just the 5th loss on the season for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But no more talking about losses because we're talking about the Blue Jackets, and they've won 4 straight. Mm-hmm. And now their record is 20-17-6 for the season with a 2-1 win over the Blues in St. Louis on Saturday. They'll host the Flyers tomorrow night.
I was watching a little bit of the Blue Jackets, then flipping over to ESPNU. They had Liberty, which Javon Mothmer plays for Liberty. They were playing at the same time. Liberty lost, by the way. That's just their 4th loss on the season. But it was cool to be able to flip back and forth, see the Blue Jackets making something happen in St. Louis, winning their 4th in a row. That has to feel pretty good. But then going over and seeing a Chillicothe kid playing on a national stage. And his brother was playing also in Europe.
Wow.
So it was amazing for Chillicothe to have that tie-in as well.
And for the NFL, the Vikings and Rams will play tonight to wrap up the wild card weekend. Advancing to the divisional games this weekend are the Texans, Ravens, Bills, Eagles, and Commanders.
But no Browns or Bengals.
No, of course not.
Miss Amelia came over to the house on Saturday, and we were walking through the house. I was going out the back door for some reason, and I remember my son saying, "Are you going to watch football with us today?" And she's ready to root for the Bengals. And she's like, "Who are they playing?" I said, "They're playing the Browns. They're both staying at home watching football today."
They both have a bye week.
Yeah, they have a off season, so to speak. But excited for the Buckeyes. Just what a storied postseason they have had so far.
Yeah.
And I don't know who to root for. Well, I'm rooting for the Buckeyes.
Right.
But both the Buckeyes and the Irish have such tie-ins. You got Marcus Freeman, who's the head coach of Notre Dame, which is a Buckeye. And in the same respect, you've got, if you're one of those Christians who says, "I'm rooting for the Christian team," well, that could be both of these teams.
Yeah.
Because Ohio State went through, where they have 33 kids baptized during the off season, and they had these shirts coming out that said Jesus won. And then to hear the testimony of some of the kids from Notre Dame, it's been fantastic to watch this. I don't want either one to win.
You don't want either one to lose. You want them both to win.
I'm glad you were listening closely enough to catch that.
Yes.
I don't want either one to lose.
If you want a Buckeye to root for in the NFL, though, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
So, Buckeye fans, you should be Commanders fans.
He's not the only Buckeye on that team, though, is he? Isn't there another wide receiver on there?
Marshawn Lattimore, cornerback.
Right. But there's another wide receiver, the guy that caught the last-second Hail Mary.
Noah Brown?
Yes.
He's out right now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I think he got injured a while back.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But, Lattimore and
Evans.
Yeah, Evans, they went at it as Buckeye and Badger as well during the Big Ten days when they were both in college. And they've been having that same battle. What did they say last night? It was like the 24th meeting they have had in their professional careers.
I don't know.
So, incredible. And it was very physical last night.
Mike Evans got the better of Lattimore, though. I think Lattimore was playing it too personal.
He did. But he's also been hurt.
Yes.
All right, coming up, this date in history. I was 6 years old when this happened. I believe I was 6. I remember it. I can go that far back anyway. 1968. Details coming up.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. There's no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
If you watched the movie that Joaquin Phoenix plays Johnny Cash, you're going to know this story. Do you remember that movie?
I didn't see it.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was about the life of Johnny Cash.
Is it I Walk the Line?
I think you are correct there. 1968, in the midst of depression and a steep decline in his musical career, legendary country singer Johnny Cash arrives to play for inmates at California's Folsom Prison. I remember watching this as a kid because I think they did like this documentary of the time of Johnny Cash was going back to Folsom Prison. Well, he never really spent time in Folsom Prison.
Right.
The concert and the subsequent live album launched him back into the charts and redefined his career. Despite that outlaw image, the Man in Black, Cash never went to prison, save for a few nights of drying out in various jails from where his drinking days. It was not known his own experience, but rather the crime film Inside the Walls of Folsom Prison that inspired him to pen Folsom Prison Blues, which was a hit song for Cash in 1956.
And I listen to the album recording of this concert all the time. It's really good.
It is good. And it was akin in some respects to like Bob Hope performing for the men and women who were serving overseas.
Yeah.
With the USO tours, that kind of thing. But those guys inside, man, did they appreciate him coming to sing with them. So, yeah. 1968 for the late Johnny Cash. All right, that's it for today's Daily Show. Tomorrow, we will have another report for you about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. But we'll also have a special edition again with Mayor Luke Feeney. And he'll give us an update on what's going on in the city of Chillicothe. They have a council meeting this evening. I'm sure he'll review some of what's being discussed there as well. That'll be at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So, do you have any final words?
For those of you listening to Litter Media Radio, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Well said. And for Mike Smith, I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media Live.